Well, hello there, beautiful people, and happy Sunday. How y'all doing? Good. I hope it is a beautiful spring day because we are officially in spring. So, I decided to do something a little bit different for today. Instead of jumping into chapter 5, I figured we do chapter 4.5 and actually show you my routine for the spring, my new spring routine, right? If you watch chapter 4, you know that's what we spoke about. So, if you're wondering what this little Rey Mysterio Junior Mask thing is going on here, continue to watch. And plus I just wanted to also try a voiceover. So, yeah. All right. Yeah. Enjoy, y'all. Well, hello again, beautiful people, and welcome back to the ST Experience. I am your licensed ST cousin, Sylvia Teresa, and this is chapter 4.5, my springtime routine and very first voiceover. So, we're going to jump right in with doing, a little dance first, yeah, and washing our hands. Now, whether you decide to wash your face in the shower or at the sink, does not matter to me. Just please wash your hands first. Next, we're going to go in with who? Our favorite girl, the Eminence Stone Crop Cleansing Oil. Okay, we talked about last week the importance of a double cleanse, which is going to help get off that first layer of surface dirt, debris, pollen, makeup. So that way, your second cleanse can actually do its job. Okay, it can treat whatever skin specific concern that you may have. Now, the beautiful thing about the stone crop cleansing oil is it has jojoba oil, which is very good for hydration, sunflower oil, which is rich in vitamin A, D, and E, as well as stone crop, which is hydrating, moisturizing, and it heals dry skin, which is really good for me because I have dry skin. Now, I talk about how much I love this specific cleansing oil and that the double cleanse, the first cleanse, is my favorite step in my entire routine. Let me give you a Snapple fact that is not really a Snapple fact. I just made this up. But if you love the products that you are using, you are 85% more likely to follow through with your routine on a daily basis. Okay? So, find products that you love. Okay. So back to the video. I added some water just to emulsify to really get up in there and help. Yeah. Okay. I had music going at the time. So, y'all, when I tell you, it was a rough go of this, but it was a good time. So, I'm going to now remove this with our 4x4s. I do not suggest that you use washcloths unless you are changing them out every day. But 4x4s, aka SD wipes, are great. They're easy, they're soft, they're non abrasive on the skin, and also wipe your lips, right? You are eating, drinking, doing whatever you do with your mouth, please wash your mouth, right? Wipe your lips off also. But the SD wipes, you can find them at Amazon, on Amazon, or if you go to like Sally's or something like that, you can always get them there. And if you're an esthetician, go to Salon Centric. Okay, they're way cheaper. So we want to make sure that we get everything because for me, I wear necklaces that I don't really take off. I get everywhere, the front of my neck, the back of my neck. I get all up in there, girl. Okay. Yes. So then our next step, we're going to go right in with Eminence again for the win. You know, they're gonna sponsor me one day. I'm gonna have a paid sponsorship with them one day. I'm gonna speak that into existence. So, our next cleanse actually is going to be an enzymatic exfoliant, okay? Because I need a little bit of exfoliation. This is the Barbados Cherry Enzyme Cleansing Powder. Now, it starts off as a powder, as you saw, and it goes into this beautiful, lathery, creamy, velvety foam, so to speak. I'm using air quotes, foam, right? And I love this because it has kakadu plum as well as kiwi and papaya enzymes, right? Those are going to kind of Pac-Man their way through the dead skin to give us a more resurfaced, gently resurfaced complexion, right? It's going to give us that glow and that, yeah, look at me. I'm excited. I'm telling you, I love this stuff. Okay. So it's going to give us a nice resurfaced texture. Okay. Without being super abrasive, sometimes like a chemical or a physical exfoliant can be. All right. And it also has obviously Barbados cherry. And what I love to say, diatomaceous earth. I just like that word, diatomaceous earth, which is just a kind of a fancy way of saying it's a finely milled ingredient which helps with excess oil that's in the skin and it minimizes the appearance of your pores. So we love her. Okay. So I just rinsed off everything in the sink. I keep forgetting that I need to actually look at the camera versus in the mirror. But either way, we are going to move on to our next step, which is going to be the kombucha. Well, do a little dance first. Okay. And yep. Okay, girl. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Get everything. And I'm just going to go in and say, I like to, because again, I do have dry skin. Even though we did just exfoliate and my skin is nice and soft and glowy, aha, the kombucha microbiome balancing essence. I have, again, dry skin. So for me, I like to hydrate after every wash or whatever, right? So whether it's a toner, a mist, this for me is that girl. She has pre, pro, and postbiotics. So that's going to harmoniously just balance out my microbiome. So that way she's not dry, she's not going to be oily in my T zone because I get oily in my nose. Okay, girl. Yeah, so it's just going to help with that. And I like to have some type of, for me, serum or essence or even a mist on before we get to the next step, which will be our little Rey Mysterio Jr. mask, okay? AKA our red LED. Now, if you've ever seen any videos that I've done before, this red LED mask is my homegirl. Now, if you know anything about red LED, it is a great way to help stimulate collagen production, elastin, because as we start to get older, we do tend to lose that, right? So it's going to help with wrinkle reduction, collagen production, acne treatment, even, right? So yeah, I'm having a good time. So 3 times a week, 15 minutes each. Now, our next step after we did that, remember last week I told y'all I got a new product? Okay. Well, this wasn't it. I had to get this actually after the product that I tried and I didn't like it. So, this is actually the e.l.f. iconic brightening, bright icon vitamin C plus E plus ferulic serum. So it has 15% vitamin C, 1% vitamin E, and 0.5% ferulic acid. When I tell you this is probably the best $17 I have spent in a very long time, oh my God. This was on camera. This is my first time using her, actually. I absolutely am in love. Okay. And again, 85%, you are 85% more likely to stick with your routine if you love the products that you are using. Look at that. Look at the glow. Okay. Look at the glow. Now, if your vitamin C isn't giving you a glow like this, because vitamin C is a brightener, Okay. Yeah, you might. Yeah, girl. You might want to try something different. Now, this is my in the house moisturizer as well as my SPF. People are like, "Oh, you use sunscreen in the house, baby? You got plants. They're growing, right?" Okay, so yes, that's yeah. So I do use sunscreen in the house. Now, this is my in the house sunscreen. And again, we talked about last week how you can have a sunscreen that doubles as a moisturizer. This is perfect for me, right? It may be a little bit more oily for some people, but again, I have dry skin. So she's good. She gives a nice glow. She doesn't irritate my eyes. I absolutely love her. And she was actually the first sunscreen that I tried because duh, black girl sunscreen. Okay. Like now it is a chemical sunscreen. So if you tend to have more sensitive skin or even acneic skin, you may want to find a mineral sunscreen. Okay. I'm gonna find one and I'm gonna find a good mineral sunscreen, okay? And then we'll talk about it when I do find it. But look at that girl. She is glowing and she is happy. Oh. Another e.l.f. product. This I buy two at a time. Legit. This is the e.l.f. Lip oil in the color Honey Talks. I absolutely love her. Again, about two at a time. They're like $9 a piece. I love this stuff. So, yes. Do you see this? See how easy that was? Under 15 minutes, right? We literally cleansed, we hydrated, and we protected, right? That was, look at that. Look, that was my springtime routine, y'all. And I didn't go outside. So, yeah. So, oh. I had a little unwanted visitor, so we're just gonna go ahead and put a pimple patch on that because I am an esthetician that does believe in pimple patches. I would rather you put a pimple patch on it than for you to try to pop it yourself and then cause hyperpigmentation on your skin, right? So, okay. So, with that being said, beautiful people, thank you so much. And I say this to you as I say this to myself. Get the products that you love. Fall in love with your products so you can fall in love with your routine, so you can fall in love with your skin. And when you see yourself in the mirror, you love who you see. Okay? All right. So, no ditto for this week because we're going to run it back from last week, which was to make sure that after you have done your why, your how, that you are supposed to do one fun thing. And I actually have my one fun thing planned on Tuesday, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And I'll get back to you. And I'm debating whether or not I want to share that, but I think I might. I think I might. So I will see you guys next Sunday, 6 p.m. Until then, have a great week, beautiful people.